everybody, welcome back to the All Things Good channel and to this week's video. Happy Sunday morning to you. Hope you're all doing very, very well this week. It is November. Let me say that again. It is November. I don't know about you, but I can't quite believe it. I can't believe that we're 4 weeks away from Vlogmas. Again, I just feel like I've got over the last one. I just feel like that one just finished. I just feel like I've just taken the Christmas tree down. I'm quite excited actually, but it is November and I can't believe how quickly this year has actually gone. But I love Christmas, so I am now really looking forward to this next month or so of the run up to Christmas and hopefully show you some lovely, lovely things before and during Vlogmas. But back to this week. It, of course, has been Halloween and I took Nancy out for a little lunch and my son as well. And we've had a lovely week. We went out last Sunday for a meal as well, which was Paul, aka the Invisible Chef's youngest daughter's 23rd birthday. We had a nice meal in Birmingham. That was gorgeous. And I've also put away the summer things in the garden ready for winter. So I've had a little bit of a tidy up in the garden and it's just been a week of sort of coming to that sort of end of another month and sorting things out and tidying up and getting ready again, I feel, for the next new season that's coming upon us very, very quickly. I've also had a lovely message from a subscriber of mine who is a friend of mine as well. So I've got that to show you. And all in all, it's been a very good week. I hope you have had a good week as well. We'll have a chat later in Moment on the Bed, but until then, let's get into this week's video. I hope you enjoy it. Beautiful day. I love to see autumn sunshine, don't you? It's kind of cold and brisk. The leaves are all on the floor. The colours of the leaves on the trees are changing, but it's sunny. Oh, I love it. I love autumn days like this. Anyway, I've got to share this with you. I've just been sent a video from a lovely lady who I've only met this year. I actually met her on holiday when we were in Lesbos in September. And we met this lovely couple. The lady's called Angie, and her husband's called Terry. And we had an absolute whale of a time on holiday with them in the evenings. We bonded very, very quickly. We got on very, very well. And I have definitely made, I hope, a friend for life in Angie. She's absolutely gorgeous. Anyway, since we've been home, she's been following the All Things Good channel and loving it, it would appear. Anyway, last night she sent me a little video. Have a look at this.
Hi, my name is Angie and I am Polly, All Things Good. I'm her holiday friend. Although, now that we've connected, I'd like to think that we're friends for life. And Polly told me that she was going to do a video about a holiday in Lesbos in September, which we were part of. And so it was on YouTube, on her YouTube channel, All Things Good. So I was curious and I watched it and I had happy tears falling down my face because it was so beautiful. And following that, I started following Polly as we were friends and we were connected. And so I decided I was going to watch all of her videos from all of her vlogs from when she first started 2 years ago. I'm up to about 27, what I've watched so far. And I've got to say, she's so inspiring. She's inspired me no end with all her tips and all her suggestions and all her recommendations and saving money as well. So I made a few purchases today, having watched 27 of her videos, and this is what I've got to show you. So she recommended the lilies from Lidl's, which is right down the bottom of my street. And so I got myself some today at a bargain price. I got white ones and pink ones so they complement each other. Stunning and beautiful. Now I've got flowers like Polly. Also, there were a few other bits and bobs that I got. from one of her videos, there were these shots, ginger shots, turmeric shots. And so I've chosen some of those. I've got some of those today. I've also got some of the Lenore scent boosters, what she recommended, because of the scents. And they're so much more economical and eco-friendly. And they smell gorgeous. Also got the washing machine cleanser. Also got the toilet cleaner. Also got the mist water with rose water in it because it's better for your skin. And as I work in retail, I've noticed that a lot of the customers do buy rose water, hence rose water, mist water. But the best of all was this buy. Polly recommended soda crystals and distilled vinegar. Now you can see that I've used mine already because I've cleaned the grates on the top of my hops for the first time ever, and they're absolutely stunningly clean. Look at that, you can see right through them. Amazing stuff. So these are my little purchases, all because I've been inspired by Polly and all things good. A revelation. Look at it. Stunning, beautiful, smells gorgeous, so inspiring. Thank you, Polly. Keep on doing all things good.
Oh, how sweet was that? I've got to say I have filled up a little bit, Angie, with your video. I have filled up a little bit, and actually there was a couple of those things that I haven't bought for a while, so you have inspired me to go and get them again. But I am going out for a meal this evening with Paul, aka the Invisible Chef. It's actually his youngest daughter's 23rd birthday. So I've got a couple of little gifts to wrap for her, and I'm going to show you them because by the time this video comes out, she will have already had them. So I'm going to show you what I got. I said to her last week, I said, is there anything particular you'd like for your birthday? She said, I'm really into chunky silver jewellery at the moment. I thought, okay, get my thinking cap on. Anyway, Amazon was where I headed to, and this is what I got. Right, you're just propped up by the computer in the office, but just so I can show you these items that I have got, I shall link them down below for you, all off Amazon, all for Paul's daughter's birthday. I found this really nice silver choker. Now these three items that I bought are very reasonably priced, but she wanted chunky silver jewellery, so I've done my best. I hope it's going to be fine. But I really love that, and actually so much so that I think I'm going to order another one for me. In fact, I might order a couple because I think they might make nice Christmas presents. So I got that. I also got her some earrings. I won't open these, but if you can see, they are quite chunky, squared hoops. Can you have a square hoop? Does that make sense? But again, she said chunky, so we shall see. Again in silver, which is what she wanted. So that's that one. And then lastly, I got her, and again, I shouldn't really open it. So this 3-banded bracelet, which has got some green jewels on as well, which I thought was kind of sort of, I don't know, a bit arty, and she's very arty. So hopefully she is going to like those 3 items. I just, well, yesterday bought a birthday card for her. This was from Waitrose, which I thought was quite cute. Peach and Prosecco, it says on it. That was from Waitrose. And I got some wrapping paper from Waitrose as well. Oops, you don't want to see my post. Some wrapping paper from Waitrose as well. There's 2 different ones in here. The nice flowery one and the pink one. Not sure which one I'm going to use. But I shall wrap those now, and then I can take them with me on our little meal. We're going into Birmingham, so I don't know where. I don't know what the restaurant is. I'm going to wrap those now, tart myself up a bit, and I'm ready to go. Well, we actually ended up in the Button Factory, which is in the Jewellery Quarter in Birmingham city centre. And a lovely meal was had, but definitely the highlight of the evening was Ellie's birthday cake. Look at this. How cute. I think she found it quite amusing. Well, we've got a lovely sunny day, and we've had a couple of sunny days now, which is gorgeous for this time of year. But it is a little bit like the calm after the storm. We have had a lot of rain. Obviously it's fall now, it's autumn, the leaves are coming down. So now that we've got a couple of dry days and this furniture has dried out, I'm actually going to put it away for the winter. So this needs a good clean down and a sweep. This fire pit is full of water, and it's a tricky one because I don't want to pour that onto the lawn because my lawn gets treated, and you can probably tell that that water has gone a bit rusty. So I might just have to pour it down here on the decking. I can't lift it, it's too heavy. Pour it onto the decking, hope that it drains through, and then clean the decking afterwards. But yeah, goodbye to the summer furniture for now. Well, on Thursday, of course, it was Halloween, and Thursday is one of my days off. So decided to take Nancy and my son Adam, who had just received the most wonderful results from his master's degree. A high distinction first, wonderful. Thought I'd take them both out for some lunch. But Nancy got hold of the camera and, well, we thought we'd keep her handiwork in. Bless her. We went to Chapters Cafe in Lichfield, which is right by the cathedral. We didn't have a chance to go into a cathedral on this occasion. It was a bit too much for Nancy, but we had a lovely lunch out and about. And when I got home, it inspired me to do a little bit of Halloween cooking. So I have decided this week to do my traditional pumpkin pie recipe. So as soon as I'd had my lovely lunch in Lichfield, it was back home to get cracking on my pumpkin pie. Now I do a very, very simple pumpkin pie. You can, of course, buy fresh pumpkin, puree it all up yourself, make your own pastry, do it all from scratch. But I don't. I just do a very quick one. I buy some ready rolled short custard I buy the pumpkin puree in a tin. You just need to add some milk. You could add evaporated milk if you wish. I didn't. I just put in straightforward semi-skimmed milk. An egg or two. I actually put 2 eggs ready for this, but I decided to use one in the end. And then all your flavourings. I use nutmeg, ground ginger, some whole cloves, a little bit of allspice and lots of sugar. And I don't even measure it. I just stick it all in as much as I like. And then you just need to blind bake your pastry for a few minutes. And then you need to add your filling. And then you bake the whole thing for about 45 to 50 minutes. And there you have it, pumpkin pie, delicious with some lovely thick double cream. My daughter Grace got involved as well, and with the leftover pastry she decided to do a little bit of creative work and put a pumpkin on the top and a few little leaves and what have you. Well, no waste in this house. Actually, we had a lot of fun doing this. Didn't look the most wonderful thing in the end, but it tasted delicious, I tell you. So here we are, having this week's moment on the bed. And just before I started filming this, I've put the lights on in my bedroom. I've got spotlights in the bedroom and they're dimmable. And I've turned them right up to maximum. And just as I was sorting the camera out, they went to minimum, to maximum, off, on, maximum, minimum, back on again. I'm thinking, just a moment, Halloween is gone. It's finished. Well, none of that nonsense. I don't know what's going on. But anyway, if the lights suddenly go, it's one of them, isn't it? It's one of them. Did you do anything for Halloween? I know that it's a really kind of a big thing in this country now, just like it is in the United States. But I think now that we're sort of all adults in our house, it's been lovely to have a look around at all the houses that have gone to town and got done up and what have you. And we did put, as you say, sweeties out for everybody and what have you. But it's not really something I've ever particularly personally enjoyed. And I think it's probably my age, and that, you know, years ago it wasn't such a big thing, you know, when we were kids and what have you. But I always feel that once Halloween is gone and we've hit November, I really start to get into Christmas mode. I start to get my thinking cap on, you know, with presents and how it's all going to be. And because before you know it, it's here. And I don't like to leave things to the last minute. I like to be organised. So, you know, I now start thinking about cleaning out some of the kitchen cupboards, making some space for that extra food that's going to come in a month or so and those kind of things. So, and when you're on limited time in the week, I think it's sometimes a good idea, isn't it, to sort of try and think ahead a little bit and think, right, those are my days off this week, or that's when I've got a bit of free time this week. I'll do that this week or that next week, or whatever. Anyway, I just like the run up now to Christmas. Anyway, this week has been better for us as a family than last week, fortunately. Thank you for your lovely comments. I know I didn't reveal too much in last week's memory. I know I didn't reveal too much in last week's moment on the bed. But we had a bit of a shock within the family, particularly for my daughter Grace. So I've had a chat with Grace. She doesn't want me to divulge too much. Needless to say, she is fine, appreciates all the comments that you have sent to her. She is now single, as you've probably kind of guessed. And it's been very sad because we found something out that was not just a shock, it was a massive shock. And I don't think anybody could keep a secret as big as that one. It was massive, massive. I'm not going to go into the details for Grace's privacy, but it was, yeah, massive and very sad, actually, in many ways. Needless to say, she's good. And she even said to me this morning when she was downstairs making her breakfast, she said, I feel good. I feel like a weight has been lifted. I feel empowered. I thought, good for you. Good for you, Grace. And she's just landed a new job, which is excellent. She doesn't start for another month or so, but she's looking forward to that. And, you know, at some point we'll be moving house. So she's got things to look forward to and she's embracing that, as we all are. There's no movement on our houses yet. So we're sort of going to let that go a little bit for now. Certainly till after Christmas. Maybe after Christmas, if there's still no interest, I might think about going double agent, something like that. I'm not sure yet. But we're not in any major rush. Nancy's still doing very, very well, albeit it's you know, it's a lot for us, the to and from, you know, the two houses. It is going to be fundamentally much better when we're all under one roof. So the sooner the better. Having said that, you know, it's this time of year and, you know, Christmas is coming and people aren't buying houses just at the moment. So we're just going to let it do what it does and then have a think in January or February. If there's still no movement, then we'll have to sort of see if we can give it a big push at that point and hopefully get moved by the spring or in the spring. But that is way ahead, isn't it? Way ahead. We've just landed in November, which is traditionally quite a bit of a sad month for me in many ways. It's a reflective month. My sister, my late sister, had her birthday in November, so I always feel very close to her and I think about her more and more throughout the month of November. And of course that run up to Christmas, naturally we think about everybody that is no longer with us, and I think they sometimes become a little bit more present because they're on your mind and things like that. So I find it a very emotional time, but good all the same. Embracing good memories and embracing those lovely thoughts of those wonderful people we've had in our lives. And Christmas can be quite sad for many people in many ways, and because of loss or because of grief or because of loneliness or those kind of things. And I'm brutally aware that Christmas isn't great for everybody. But yeah, so I will be quite reflective during the month of November, but let's embrace it. Let's embrace it together. And we have to go through all the seasons, and we have to go through cold weather. We have to go through dark nights, you know, all those kind of things. It's all part of the natural change of our seasons. And I sometimes think, you know, sometimes I'm very quick to say, oh, I really don't like the winter, or I really don't like the autumn, I don't like these cold nights, and I don't like this rain, and I don't like this, and then sometimes you think, do you know what, embrace it. If you can't change something, change the way you think about it. Motto of the week. There you go. If you can't change something, change the way you think about it. So I'm not a fan of winter, but I am a fan of Christmas. I'm not a fan of the dark nights, but I'm a fan of getting cozy, putting my candles on, relaxing, sitting back, taking stock, you know, those kind of things. So I think you can always try and turn something negative into a positive. And I've been inspired by Grace this week, who has taken the most negative, upsetting, overwhelming shock she could have had. She's turned it into something positive and is feeling confident and embracing the future and doing her thing. And I can't tell you how proud I am of her. And I'm also very proud of Adam, who got his master's degree results this week and got a high distinction first. He has done phenomenally well. We're all so proud of him. So it has been a really nice week. And what lies ahead for Adam is he's just landed a couple of little jobs that he's loving, one of which he started, the other one he hasn't started yet. And then I think his plan is to perhaps go travelling in the spring. And then I really think he's going to consider doing his PhD and get a doctorate. But that'll be whenever. He can do that whenever, but I think that's the aim. So he's been on a high this week with those results, and quite rightly so. And the only downside for me really this week is my pain has been a bit of a niggle again this week. My leg's been awful, particularly at night. I can cope in the day, it's not too bad at all in the day, I just get the odd twinge here and there, but at night I'm in agony again. So I'm not quite sure what that's all about. Whether it's just because you stop and you're in one position at night, or, you know, I don't know what it is, but I'm due to have physio again next week, so I'll have a chat with the physiotherapist then. But it's, on the whole, it's not too bad, and it's not as bad as it was, so that's good. But yeah, it's disturbed my nights a little bit, and I hate that because I hate having lack of sleep. I cope and function so much better when I've had more sleep. So that's been a little bit of a problem this week, but not to worry. On the whole, all things are very good, and hope you have had a very good week. And what have I got coming up this week? Do you know what? I don't know what I'm doing this coming week. That's a bit unusual for me. It's kind of a usual kind of week, a normal kind of week. But as I say, I've got to start getting my thinking cap on now, and let's start preparing for the festive couple of months ahead. Anyway, I shall go and enjoy my Sunday. I hope you do too. And until next Sunday, stay safe, stay in the boat, keep doing all things good. I'll see you next week. Take care. Bye.